So you've seen this one. Let me show you the other new building that we've just finished. So this is the main courtyard in between the two buildings. This courtyard actually really belongs to this building more than anything else. But this building does have access, pedestrian access through here as well. Here's our tanker. This tanker was actually on site when we bought the place in 2017. And it was really dilapidated and looked like a right mess. As it turns out, it was aluminium underneath, so none of it was corroded. So we put this kind of guide coat over it, the silver guide coat, and it's about to be done in a brand new livery with the Boxengasse logo, which will be super cool. And the eagle-eyed amongst you will probably figure out what the livery is going to be on it just based on those two colours. But I'll leave you to that one. There's a bit of finishing to do on this building and around this building. So, for example, all these weeds are not intentional. Believe it or not, they will go, and we will turf this area, so it will look pristine on the day. But we'll have a load of special cars in this main courtyard here, and also inside this building. So here, it's a similar kind of vibe as the other building. We've got wood cladding. This time I went and did them in a vertical as opposed to a horizontal. The idea being it was more like a barn, and so like what's called, there's a textured effect to the building so that it feels more like a barn effectively. But you've got two glass sections on either side, and the idea was that they were done as a point, so that effectively you get this kind of cube effect on the corners. So if you come in, oh, and we've got the herringbone floor here as well, obviously, got to have a bit of that. And then inside, this is a shell finish. So the tenants which are coming into these buildings will finish them to the spec that they want. But that's not going to happen for a little while, which means that for Megaphonics, we'll be using this building. And we'll do a very special display in here. And we're building some wooden podiums, as you can tell. There are going to be about 15 of these, I think, in here. And it's just a way to raise up the cars. And the idea is to raise some up and keep some of them on the ground floor so you get different perspectives, so that when the place is photographed, you get this really nice visual feel. So the layouts are all being thought out and all the rest of it. But essentially, this will be partitioned in time for the different tenants when they come in. On this side of the building, you've got staff entrance where the roller shutters are. And then on this side, you've got pedestrian entrance. So and pedestrian entrance and also pedestrian parking, or client parking and client entrance is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully the echo is not too bad in here for the video. And then just over here, from the glazing onwards to where the road is over there, and we'll let Tom catch up. By the time he takes to get all the way over here, because it is quite a big building. And it's actually quite deceptive. It's only when you start putting some context into the building that all of a sudden you get the scale of it. But we parked a 911 in here the other day. There are some pictures of it on my Instagram. Are there? No, I think it was in the stories. Anyway, the point being is that suddenly you got a real sense of the scale of just how big this building actually is. So as I was saying, so here you have some doors, and in time, not in time for Megaphonics, because there are planning permissions and all sorts of boring stuff to get through, but there's going to be gravel retention courtyard from this door all the way down to the road, which is there. The trees are coming out. In my defense, they've got ash dieback, and we plant another 4,000 somewhere else on site to offset some of our carbon footprint. And that courtyard will be the parking and the entrance for this building. So yes, it's going to be a big courtyard, and this building will have a huge, beautiful view onto that paddock out there, which is where the water-cooled parking is for Megaphonics. So anyway, but that's all in time. That's nothing to do with this year. For this year, for Megaphonics, this space is going to be open, and it's going to be a gallery-style museum kind of setup with the cars, a mixture of cars on different podiums and stuff. So yeah, there you have it. There's nothing much more to say around this building. Again, the style was very similar to the other one. It's all function over form. You know, it's a very shell finish here, as opposed to the other one, which is a real finish, if that makes any sense. So yeah, we've kept things really simple. The teal is in here, the wood is in here, the chipboard, and then it really will be down to the tenants when they do come in to put the final stamp and make the buildings feel like a home for them, which I hope it very much will feel like. again, huge thank you to everyone that's helped me with this building. A lot of tradesmen, a lot of talented people have put their heart and souls into this and put up with my very particular nature when it comes to details and getting it just right. So yeah, there you have it. I hope that was of interest. Thank you very much for watching and for the support. And I look forward to seeing you for Megaphonics very soon.